Okay, it looks like Rebekah is setting up in the caves. So I'm not sure what point she is. I don't even know if she's here now.
I did see her jump on, or I saw her. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on for a bit and then she shut out so she could set up and save her batteries because she had to carry everything into the caves. I think she started in at like 8 o'clock this morning. Oh, Rebecca's here. Okay. Rebecca, are you ready to take it?
Hello.
Hello. Well, you wanted extra time. You got it.
Yeah, wonderful. So yeah, then I want to do a guided meditation and maybe show you around the caves a little bit. So
Okay. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Can you see me? Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. Just going to burn a little sweetgrass and calm my mind and my nerves because you know how great I do on camera. So, still, it's still, but I'm okay. I'm fine. I've been doing this a long time. What I'm going to share with everyone today is something that I have been working on and practicing for 14, 15 years now. And it's absolutely my passion. It's an emotional healing technique. And I use some life coaching, guided imagery. It's a guided meditation. It's for ultimate deep healing. And I use some shamanic journeying. We do a little bit of time traveling, most of the time to go back into our childhood. And when we go into that space, there might be someone there that you need to talk to clear things up or to find answers, guidance, direction, understanding on why, things happen the way they did. And I am just a hollow bone in this session. I just allow Creator to work through me, and I'll guide you through it safely and hopefully come out most of the time 99.9% success rate that you're able to heal at least something from your past. And I know we all have something. I've done hundreds and hundreds of these sessions. When I first started doing it, it would take me about 2.5 hours. And now it takes me about 10 to 20 minutes. So you could tell I've done a lot. And there might be people coming and going, but I'm going to do my best to acknowledge them and then, continue what I'm doing. So, if there's interruptions, just bear with me. This is the session that's done with our eyes closed in the mind. In our minds. I try to get us out of our minds, our brains, our egos, so that we can go into our knowing space. But anyway, it's done in the mind with our eyes closed, and it's an inner journey. So I'm excited to take you on it. The brain doesn't know the difference between experiencing something in the mind or in a dream, but it will still help us feel the emotions that we need to process whatever it is that we need to go through at the time. So just sit back, relax, and see what comes up. I ask all the ancestors to be here with us today. Creator, the great spirit of us all. Grandmothers, grandfathers, spirit guides, and all of our animal spirit guides to come into this circle. Help us heal as a people all the wounds from the past, from this life, from the lives of our ancestors that have been passed down. So begin to now close your eyes and Go inward into the sacred temple, your body. Begin to allow yourself to feel. Give the mind permission to relax. You're safe. Imagine that it's easy to communicate with your body. And as you tune into your body and begin to feel the very essence of your being down to your core, you can see your soul. Your authentic self. And as you look around that authentic self, you see parts and layers of the wounded self, which is normal for all of us. These things that have happened in our past create memories in our body. So just imagine that it's easy for your body to tell you, to show you what emotions that you're feeling that may be stuck from the past. And where are you feeling them? So just take a moment to really look within and identify those emotions that you may have stuck. Some of the most common are sadness, fear, anger, regret, shame, feelings of not worthy, not being good enough, resentment, abandonment, it's a big one, rejection. So just imagine that you're able to really identify whatever those feelings are, and then go and locate them where you might be carrying them in your body. Just trust your body to show you where you might be carrying those emotions. Most commonly is in the heart or throat or abdomen area. Just identify where you're carrying it. Really get a good look at those emotions and allow yourself to feel them. Most often we don't want to feel them. It's too scary. We don't want to go there again. This is what creates addiction. Allow yourself to feel those emotions, because right now you're safe to feel them and heal them. To heal, you have to feel them, to process the emotions. So allow yourself to feel them. And as you identify where you're carrying them in your body, go ahead and go in there and look at them. Look at those emotions in that area and give them a shape and a color. Some of you might be seeing a black circle or a black mist. The most common, a dark green sludge. Sometimes people see other things too. Whatever you see, just identify. And now imagine, as you're allowing yourself to feel those emotions, you've identified what they are. You've identified where you're carrying them in the body. You've identified what they look like. Now imagine allowing yourself to follow it way back in time to its origin. Maybe you were just a child. Most commonly is the age of 5. Sometimes in the womb, sometimes later in life, but most commonly just a child. And something happened. The first time you remember feeling those same emotions, allow that memory to just easily come to the surface. Being able to look at it with new eyes. a new perspective. And now no matter what's going on in that memory, go ahead and freeze it like a clip in a movie, like pause. And now imagine the self of who you are today, right now, being able to just walk into that scene, walk over to your younger self, take them by the hands and look them in the eyes and let them know they're going to be okay. You're here to bring them home. On some level, they've been stuck back there. Lack of understanding. Part of their soul was fragmented. In the shamanic world, we call it soul fragmentation. And that you've come to bring them home. But first, they need to understand the truth of what happened. So imagine whoever is there in that memory. Give that child permission to speak to them out loud. Let them know what they've done. What would you have wanted to say to them back then, knowing what you know now? Imagine saying it to them out loud. Let them know how it made you feel in that moment. Say it out loud to them. Look at their face as you're speaking to them. Really let them know what this has done to you and how it's affected you your entire life. And now imagine them standing there, maybe hearing you for the first time on a spiritual level. How could you imagine that would make them feel, knowing how badly they hurt you? Even just as a child, no matter what it was, it's trauma. Creates limiting beliefs right there in that moment that we carry the rest of our life. Most commonly, you will see them feeling sad, regret, shame. And when you ask them, why did they do it? Listen for the truth. Why did they do it? Listen. Maybe it was done to them. And if they're having a hard time telling you the truth, it's because it's too scary for them to tell you the truth, to feel. Give them permission to feel. Give them permission to fully tell you the truth today. Complete understanding. And now let them know that you're here today to set them free. You're no longer going to carry any of these lower vibration emotions towards this situation or them. Find compassion in your heart. Look at them in their eyes. Say out loud to them, I forgive you. And I set you free. I forgive you. And I set you free. I forgive you. And I set you free. And take a deep breath and let it out. Look in their eyes. Look at their faces. Notice how it makes them feel to know that you could possibly forgive them for such a thing. And now imagine that they are set free from feeling the feelings that they had towards what they did to you. You've set them free. And as you set them free, it sets 1,000 souls free Generation after generation, this trauma was passed down. And because you were able to forgive them today, you've broken the chain. And now it won't be passed down to your children and the 7 generations to come. Feel that powerful energy, that healing, that mass healing that's happening right now. All of your relatives, ancestors before you being able to be healed from this very moment. And now look at them in their eyes and thank them. Maybe on some level they've helped you grow. They've taught you something. You've learned something valuable from this experience. Thank them. And now imagine being able to set them free. Set them free. No longer need to carry this anymore because you've forgiven them. See them smiling with gratitude as they leave your vision. Walking away. And now turn and look at your younger self standing there. Smiling. Having full understanding now. Having healed that situation. That event. Now have them remember who they were before that happened. Playful, innocent, loving, trusting, creative. And ask them if they're ready to come home. And just imagine that they've been waiting for you this whole time. And they are ready to come home. Put your hands out to them. Gently bring them home to you. Nice and slow. As if they're stepping back into your awareness, your body, your mind, your consciousness. Those parts of your soul returning home safely, whole and complete. Returning to integrity, who you once were before that happened. All those parts of yourself returning home. Happiness returning. Trust returning. Playfulness, creative. All these parts of yourself returning home to wholeness. And integrity is restored. Feel how good that feels. Feel it in your entire body. Send it out into your energy field. Out into the room. Out into nature. Out into the rest of the world.